Good afternoon to one and all present there for the webinar. The title for this webinar is Operations and Career Opportunities in HRM. You must be thinking what it is that X2, X3 is mentioned here. X is the present status of the candidate who is looking forward for the career in operations and practices of human resources management. And X3 is the stage where he will reach after 3 years. That is when he will be a successful undergraduate. The roadmap for this presentation is evolution of HRM as a discipline, career prospects in human resources domain from X to X3 stage. And the presentation is not only comprising to the roadmap, the theoretical one, but also in terms of the action plan for the candidate. The present status of the candidate at this stage is, candidate X is his education, which option he should opt for his education or her education, what they should look forward for the career. And above all, the candidate, when pursued their education, decided to take a career, then what is the pay package? That is most important, isn't it? So what's important here is to identify the key areas for the career opportunities. What is there when I'll be there at the X3 stage, as today I'm at X stage. And when we are covering the theoretical aspects, since you are 10 plus 2 now, you are successfully done with it, you are looking forward for the career. So here I take this opportunity to introduce you to this subject, human resources management. What is this subject? Actually, when you will be part of any organization and you apply to an organization, everything starts for the employment purpose from the human resource management. Everything falls under the umbrella of the human resources. So taking the evolution of HRM as a discipline in India, we'll first discuss about the functional areas of work, that is the practices, then the evolution, and followed by the past and the present practices. You must be thinking, why the functional areas first? Let us understand the functional areas where we are looking forward to work or where we are going to be affected by the HR department tomorrow when we'll be into the organization, and then we'll be knowing about the evolution, the past, and the present practices. So human resource management is known as the heart of the organization. The HR functions work like a catalyst in the organization. And the objective of the professionals who are in the HR department is not only to develop a positive and healthy working environment, but also to increase the productivity and job satisfaction among the employees. The functional areas of HR includes recruitment and selection, manpower planning, human resource administration, compensation and benefits, industrial relations, performance appraisal, current issues. Seems to have heavy words, right? Never mind. Recruitment is when we are attracting the candidates, potential candidates, to apply for our organization. That is the advertisement stage when you read in the time section, isn't it? And finally, when we apply to this organization, some of us get selected, so that is the selection stage. And all these work are being done by the employees in the organization which work on human resources management department. Then how many workforces required? Are we in surplus? Do we have shortage? That is part of manpower planning. How to administer the workforce who is working in the organization? That is also part of the human resources management department. What pay packages they should get? The wages and salary, right? That is part of the functional area of the human resources management. Then maintaining the peace and harmony between the three parties of the industry: the employer, their union, employee and their union, and the government, who pass on the enactments for the working of the two. This is industrial relations. Then when we are working in the organization, this is also the responsibility of the HR department to find out the evolution or to evaluate the working of the employees in the organization, how they are performing. They need to be transferred or they need to be promoted. Promotion to which department? This all is based on performance appraisal. And finally, the current issues. Like nowadays, most of the organizations are facing problem for the retention of the employees. We'll be discussing it later in our presentation. So such issues which are arising due to the changes in the business environment, dynamism of the business environment are part of the current issues. And we will be discussing these current issues more, right? A slight brief of the evolution of HRM as a subject. It has started in the year 20s and 30s when Gandhiji took the initiative of the welfare of the workers after the Ahmedabad textile case. Trade unions also came in being that time. The role was more of a clerical, monitoring. Then later on, it was more on industrial relations. The role became that of the advisor, to precise legal advisor, mediator. In 70s and 80s, regulatory and IR role has further been elaborated with managing the industrial disputes. The emphasis was here now on the development, on taking care of the employees, their efficiency, their effectiveness, and the HR manager has started started playing the role of the change agent, the coach. In the 90s, this is further elaborated. Now this change agent, the coach, has become the problem solver. His role has become more of the counselor, formulating the policies, looking forward for the training and development programs, management development programs for the enhancement of the employees. And the emphasis here is more on the human values, the dignity. That is productivity through the people, giving respect to people, considering people as not the cost on the organization, but as the investment of the organization. And the organizations which took this initiative, which look forward to become the first change agents, includes BHEL and SBI. There were two gentlemen who has worked as champions in the field of HR, Mr. Uday Parekh and VSP Rao. They championed and brought in the human values and the counselor feeling in the field of HR, which we are following even today, which is the reason of the conversion of the past practices of being reactive to proactive and converting from the past function of HR, that is considering people as the expense, to the people as the investment. Earlier, the HR has a focus which was more administrative, but now the focus is strategic. Now, human resource management is concerned with the development and implementation of people strategies, which are integrated with corporate strategies, and ensures that the culture values and the structure of the organization and the quality, motivation, and commitment of its members contribute fully to the achievement of the organization goals. The recent study of Ernst and Young conducted in 2015 suggested, as we have discussed about the current issues in the previous slide, that nowadays the shift is in the activities and engagement of the HR practitioners. Now they evaluate and anticipate shifts in business priority while weighing the effectiveness of their existing talent frameworks to ensure their strategic fit. Review their execution related approach to spot and rectify errors in order to improve the overall impact. Monitor risks and gaps after implementing talent-related programs, since there may be a need to review and refresh these. In 2011, Money India has given a report in which they says that jobs continue to be created, needing an educated workforce. We need to recognize new opportunities and prepare the supply side. India's large workforce has been stubborn in transition, and over 90% of them is inadequately trained. most recent, last week, March 2016, there has been a Shine conclave conducted by Hindustan Times, and Anand Bhaskar, founder and CEO, Planet Ganges Consulting, quotes, "There is a huge challenge not for talent availability, but dearth of the right quality of talent." Dr. D. Kwaichuan, Senior VP HR, TVS Motor Company, he also quoted, "In the automotive sector, leaders come from 3 countries, Japan, Korea, and Germany, and we need to scale up skills of our workforce to compete with them." Ms. Sunita Acharyan, Vice President and Global Head, Wipro, she quoted that the integral skills that are required in IT are lacking in the system. And to add pain to that, technology is also changing at a very high pace. Now, through the quotes of these senior people from 3 industries in 3 different sectors, right? In all of them, there is HR department showing the importance of the HR employees. They all are looking forward for people who can handle the department, which will take care of their workforce working in all of the departments. Further, the current issues also include young professionals are hopping. They're jumping from one organization to another organization, leading to the low retention rate of employees. To balance this, the present HR practices need to play a major role to ensure better retention. And the new incumbents, they come with the new ideas, and they help the HR department of these organizations to enhance the retention rate. Here we are discussing the strategies, the new practices in these organizations, which we all are aware of the names, the brands to be precise in different sectors. That what HR practices they are now taking to retain their employees. If I talk of the Tata Consultancy Services, in 40 countries, in their 170 offices, they are giving the choice to the workers that they can opt for any of their office. They are also providing paternity leave for adoption of the girl child. And there's discount on group parties. ICICI Bank is no less. He's looking forward to give its employees quicker promotion so that they can retain them. Mahindra and Company, they have started up with a strategy that is reverse mentoring, where young people are given opportunity of mentoring their seniors. Not only this, Wipro, they have started up with a program called Wings Within. In this program, the existing employees get a chance to quit their current job role and join a different firm within Wipro. Infosys, it is fostering a sense of belongingness, creative, artistic, and social activities for the employees and their families. They are initiating one of the best corporate universities in the world, looking forward to bridge the skill gap. Microsoft India, excellent sporting and wellness facilities so that the employees will be fit, their workforce would be fit. Employees allowed to choose flexible working schedules so that they can manage work-life balances, moving people across functions and sections in assisting employees find their areas of interest. Now, the theoretical part is done. Looking forward for the action plan, the immediate concerns, education, career, pay package. This is the present status. Looking forward for those points which come to the mind of a person who's looking forward for the education prospects and the career. And then finding out which prospects I'm taking and where they will lead me when I'll be at the X3 stage. So the areas of concern, these are some. You might be having more. Career exploration. What will I study in this course and how? Where will I be employed with this degree? And X3 after 3 years. So BBA HRM, what difference it has? Yes, the peer pressure and a mentor's advice provides support to help you to adjust. That is must. So it's there. Career exploration elements are embedded to help you identify professional and graduate degree opportunities for your major. What will I study and will it explore career prospects? As we have passed through the previous slides, the previous part of the presentation, we have understood, we have felt the need of the organizations to identify and handle HRM challenges at the organizational and employees level. So yes, this course aims to cover the canvas of HRM at both macro and micro level to equip future HR managers with contemporary knowledge and practices. There are 6 semesters. First semester has 6 subjects. The second semester also has 6 subjects. Third semester covers 5 subjects and 1 open elective. Then further in the fourth semester, 5 core subjects, 1 open elective and 1 program elective. In the fifth semester, 3 core subjects, 1 program elective and summer internship, dissertation for the external exposure. Sixth semester, 2 core subjects, 1 program elective and dissertation for external exposure. This is the list for the open electives. We'll be discussing if there is any query on it. Program electives. Now, with this degree, where you can fit yourself, where will you find yourself with this education? Yes, the human resources management discipline has experienced the biggest leaps in jobs in recent years. The trend is expected to continue. Corporations and not-for-profit organizations are always in need of experts like you that help them to handle their most valuable resource, the employees. But they need those workforce which are qualified in this stream. So you need to qualify yourself for this. Every large and medium-sized organization keeps a fully functional human resource management or human resource development or personnel development managed by HR professionals with adequate and desired qualification in HR. You would have in you to be part of such a team. Oh, no gainsaying that public sector companies recruit executive management trainees in various management fields at entry level in the organization, that too as part of elite executive cadre, for grooming them into professional managers. This obviously includes management trainees in HR. Not only this, the public sector banks, the HR professionals are recruited as specialist officers in junior management grade, scale 1. The public sector banks, PSBs, have a huge potential or a scope for accelerated growth of HR professionals. The list is long. Yes, because it is the evergreen field. Additionally, any prospective candidate interested in a career in consulting may join as a management consultant or HR consultant in a reputed firm or offer freelance consultancy. There are a number of placement and recruitment agencies which offer good opportunities for HR professionals. In that, the job would be to understand manpower requirements of organizations and find suitable candidates matching these requirements. Such search agencies operate at regional, national, and global levels. A career in job portals may also be explored. And if you are academically inclined like me, there are opportunities galore to teach HR-related subjects at universities, colleges, and management institutes. Not only that, you may pursue a research-oriented career as well. You may also look forward for your major in HR. Trainees in HR subjects are in great demand nowadays because their role is considered important in motivating the employees, developing their managerial and leadership competencies, and teaching soft skills like communication, business etiquettes, etc. Yes, in the social and the non-governmental organizations, NGOs, there is a good demand for HR professionals. Software companies are also in need of HR domain experts. Thus, job opportunities for HR professionals are varied and exciting. Now, the X-ray stage, that is 2016 now, looking forward towards 2020. So the present employment trend and 2020 vision on employment trend. Let us discuss for the X3 stage. As per the Planning Commission report, India Vision 2020, they suggest that total employment in agriculture may fall to less than 45%, while the share of the services sector increases proportionately. Another report of the NASCOM, that is Perspective to 2020, suggests that this 45% of the incremental urban employment, which is direct and indirect, over 30% women employees, 45% new entrants, that is the fresh undergraduates and the graduates. Also significant job creation in the rural and non-metro areas, global career opportunities due to location independent models. And another report by CAII, over 40 million new jobs are expected to be generated by 2020. This is a report quoted as India's New Opportunities 2020. And as the present status, this is the NASCOM report, which suggests that India talent output is 5.5 million annual outturn of graduates. That is world's largest employable graduates, 36 to 37%. The report also suggests that there are employment opportunities abroad, but we need to skill a workforce. India employee highlights 11 to 12% domain specialists and 1,70,000 foreign nationals employed. 45% of the total headcount of global MNCs is from India. Young, dynamic, suitable. English speakers, second largest in the world. Working population is more than 50% of total by 2020. So on this, we can say that yes, there are prospects from X to X3 stage. We can look forward for a leap. We can look forward for the aspects which are for the education and for the career. I welcome you for your queries, your questions related to human resources management, the education of the HRM. Very good afternoon. Yes, there are opportunities. As I told you that the Department of Human Resource Management and Human Resource Development is there in all the sectors. So there is opportunity in all the sectors, in all the industries. Each organization has a separate human resource management department. Yashashvi, do you have any other query? My pleasure. Welcome. The package varies as per your expertise, and it is from 4 lakh to more. The best part is that this is the evergreen branch, and you will get opportunities for the career in all the sectors, in all the industries. And as per your expertise, you can grow more than this. Ritik, am I audible to you? Yes, wonderful. A wonderful question. I must congratulate you that you have asked a question which I was also looking forward to answer, as I have presented that you can look forward for your major, right? Like the previous question I got from Yashvi. She has asked that do I have opportunities in airport aviation management? For example, you have done your BBA HRM and your interest, like Yashvi has, in airport aviation management. She has got an organization, she has got this opportunity, she has joined it. Now to get further promotion, if she is looking forward, she can go for the major. If she is content with her present status, she can continue with the job. So yes, you can pursue the undergraduate job. You wish to take industry exposure, you can join job after your undergraduation. And if you look forward for enhancing your education, you can take HRM in major. There are dissertation, there are field-based project reports, there are summer internship, industry visits. They should be taken very seriously since they all are in your domain, your domain which you have taken as your specialization. Like in our case, it is human resources management. So the more exposure, industry exposure you have got, the more external exposure you have got, it has enhanced your expertise. It is like you are getting industry exposure when you are pursuing your studies. So when you go out to the industry for the job after the graduation, you are not a fresher. You have this experience of 6+ months, which you have covered during your summer internships, during your industrial visits, during your dissertation work, during your field project work, right? So you get a better opportunity for the job. When you are in job, you look forward that for further enhancement, for the promotions, for the early promotions, like I have discussed you, that the present day, the organizations are having the problem of the hopping employees. Their retention rate is low. So in order to enhance their retention loss, many organizations provide opportunities to their employees to go for further studies on while on sabbatical. That is a leave which these organizations provide to their employees. While on job, they can do their studies. Even flexible work time they are providing so that they can take their majors, right? So you can go for the job or you can go for the majors as you feel like. Pleasure. Could you please elaborate the question? Jay, I'm not the subject expert. For all MTech related queries, you can talk to Mr. Javed, and his contact is on your display, 971 7989 349. As a subject expert, he can advise you, but yes, health, safety, and environment are the buzzword nowadays. And more often, it is corporate social responsibility which is getting a buzz. So candidates are pursuing courses in CSR. That is giving them a hike over others, the competitors in this field. But yes, health, safety, and environment are the buzzword. I'm not the expert in this, and I request you to talk to the concerned person, Mr. Javed, on this. All right, great. Congratulations. May you have all success in your exam. Any other query, please? If there is any other query, please. Thank you for sharing your email ID. So we are closing the session now. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Thank you all for joining.